I wasn't planning on vlogging today, but today's Black Friday, so we're going to go out and look for deals. And yeah, that's basically it. It looks so pretty. Look at the pretty house. Obviously, you can kind of tell the traffic is going crazy. It's gonna take forever. We took public transport. It could have been there way quicker. We would have already been there, but sadly, we're not taking public transport. Oh, there's Christmas music. Okay. Whoa. Alright, well, the Christmas music is getting louder. There's a baby in the way. I can't go. There's literally a child. No, there's a child. There's even like a snowflake over there. It's gonna hit my head. A Christmas tree is not decorated that pretty. It's large, but it's not that pretty. It's just like one color. Never mind, there's like red bells on, not red ornaments. Look at this big jacket. Wow, someone should fit in it. Okay, oh, what's going on? Oh, it's so hard. Oh, these are comfortable. We walked into we went into Columbia. See, look, we're literally in this Columbia store. I don't know, I don't need any more jackets. I think I have enough, but whatever. We'll look at clothes now. Oh my god, we're in Skechers now. Oh my god, so loud. Literally, look at the price. You have to buy two, and then the second one is like $39.99. Or else it's gonna be like pricey. I think one thing I need to say is Nike is overhyped, because every single time I go here, the shoes are just like, they have the worst color combinations ever on shoes, and clothes are just so basic. Wow, it's Canada. See what I tell you? They're so ugly. What is this? We lost my mom in Nikes. I don't know what happened. She's like, oh, are we done with like choosing shoes? And then she like still searching. So I don't know what's going on. We would gladly search for her, but look how many people are in there. Who is generally using that much? Waiting for my mom to finish with the washroom, and I was like sitting on here, right? And look, it just completely melts. Oof. Find Coach, and I have no idea where we are. There's the UGG store, that's cool, but those are like so pricey. Where is it? It's really bright. It's the whale, right? The thing that's like always in the pictures. Literally walking everywhere. I'm just looking at Coach. Where is it? What's that? We're in the cooking place. I don't know. Yeah, I know it's pricey. Oh, $190. My dad literally forgot where he parked. So then he got lost and we found it, and now he's trying to find the parking lot. Now they're like having a scream match or something. Look, it's the Coach Christmas tree. Oh my god. Look how pretty the Christmas trees are. Whoa. So normally I'll show you what I bought on Black Friday, but this year I didn't buy anything. Everything I wanted was above the range that my mom wanted to spend on like one product. So I didn't buy anything. At least my parents bought something, you know. I'm glad for them. Because normally when I go shopping, it's normally me buying everything. Me buying stuff, and then my parents just being there. And they're not buying anything, just looking around, you know. But I'm glad they got something. But it's like, it's totally the complete opposite. Normally it's me buying stuff and me getting the most things. But now it's my parents, so that's kind of ironic. Anyways, at least they had fun, you know. I really enjoyed the lights and everything, so that's good. I like walking around and seeing like outlet and stuff, but yeah, it's okay I didn't get anything. Maybe next year I'll get something better, who knows. I realized that I didn't tell you about my experience Black Friday shopping, so I'll tell you about it now. So basically, this year's Black Friday shopping was so different from last year's. This year there were so many people. I thought there's gonna be less people because, you know, how the sales and everything, like the percentages off aren't as good as like before COVID happened. It's like it's getting to like 20% off, or like 20% off selected items. Like, excuse me? That was like basically last year. I was like, what's the point of going Black Friday shopping then? So I wasn't expecting much, but tell me why there was like a crowd of people this year. And I was like joking around with my mom. I was like, maybe there's more people this year because they're waiting for this time to go shopping, because everyone's like getting laid off their job or just like not having trouble getting jobs now. So they're like, you know what, trying to save a couple coins, and they're only shopping on Black Friday, which is really smart. But I don't know if that's true or not. I just like made it up. I was like, maybe that's the reason, because like there's barely any jobs for anyone to get. So I was like, you know what, maybe that's the reason. So I didn't think much of it. But tell me why it's so overcrowded. Like, I remember like we had to like, so there's two entrances to the mall that we normally take because they're really close by if we like drive by car. But those entrances were blocked by like, you know, the sign people that were like, oh, you have to stop. They're like directing you where to go. So those people kept like directing us to go a certain way. I was like, you know what? Go for it, you know? Because all the cars that were exiting were using those like entrances, I would say. So we had to like drive pretty far out to actually be able to enter the mall. And after a couple minutes of like finally getting a parking spot that took like forever. But we finally got a parking spot. We just like walked out. And I think, yeah, it was just a lot of people. I don't remember it being this crowded. Yeah, I don't remember it being this crowded last year. I think another thing was this year's sales were like much better than last year's. I don't know what happened to last year's Black Friday, but it's just like much better. I think a lot of things were much cheaper than normal, which is good. I think that's why there's like so many people here. I mean, so many people at that shopping mall. But I think another thing that was like, are they really cheaper or are they making things seem cheaper? Because I saw a video on like YouTube basically talking about how stores are putting like sale while putting like, you know, the sign sale or whatever on a certain item, even though they're marked as the same price as before, or they would change the prices like a little more expensive than before, and then they have like a sale, so it go back to the original price. Since we're on the topic of like shopping, we also went into Jimmy Choo's because I was like, you know what? For some reason, people keep mentioning how this man loves women and his designs say so. I was like, you know what? Let me see his designs. His shoes are so pretty. I never realized that. I think there's something so pretty about it being so simple, but also adding some flair to it. It's like, it looks pretty simple. And then in the back, it has like this huge black bow on it. It was like absolutely gorgeous. I would buy it, but I think it's kind of out of my price range right now. Like a couple $1,000s for shoes. Maybe in my next life. Maybe in the future. Who knows? So obviously I showed my dad around Jimmy Choo's because I feel like my dad and my parents in general are like not known to know anything about designer brands. I have to point them out. I'm like, oh my god, that's Versace, or oh my god, that's Chanel. My parents know about Gucci because I feel like Gucci is so easily memorable, and it's kind of, I think, in my opinion, Gucci has went down for some reason. I feel like it's still a designer brand, but I don't think of it as designer. You know what I mean? It's not like as higher up as the other designers that I put on my mind. Maybe because they make such tacky things. I don't know. This is my opinion. Who knows? I'm gonna cover this because it shows my elementary school that I graduated from. I can't believe it still fits me though. Okay, I'm not surprised because I stopped growing when I reached the 8th grade probably. No, the 9th grade, because the gym teacher that I had for 8th grade, I think he physically killed me because tell me why this guy was so serious about gym. I have never met a gym teacher this serious. Instead of actually playing games, we'd actually be doing exercises. Okay, I remember this one time this is not one time, this is like the whole entire time we had him for gym. He would basically yap about, oh my god, nutrients, and how basically he had this student, and he was like really fit during high school, but then his metabolism caught up to him when he reached like university or something, and he came back to high school for some reason, and he was talking to the teacher, and he was like, oh, what happened, you know? He was like, yeah, I ate too much during like uni or something, and then he was like, oh, it's like having a diet is really important, and then I think the teacher helped him or something, who knows. So he was very serious because he didn't want us to get fat and unhealthy. So that's basically it. And he was talking about how yogurt, like this yogurt is really good for you, and this yogurt is basically a dessert, and blah blah blah, and how Greek yogurt is really good for you because it doesn't have any sweets added to it, unlike other yogurts that they add tons of sweets, so it's no different from dessert. That's why you have to eat yogurt that's very bitter and doesn't taste good at all. So basically, was yapping about that. I don't know why I'm yapping to you about it, but this guy, he made me hang onto that bars, you know, those like handlebars thing, and he was make us like hold onto that bar, and our feet couldn't touch the ground, and it couldn't touch the chairs. I couldn't touch anything. We had to hold onto that in the beginning it was 30 seconds, and then slowly it turned into 2 minutes, and then slowly it turned to 1 minute, and then 2 minutes, and then suddenly it turned to 5 minutes. I was like, hello, and then his gym class was the only gym class I started sweating like crazy. I literally gained an inch from his class. Like, this gym teacher was not joking. I remember this one time where I was like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to him because all he does is make us work out, and I'm just going to follow what someone else is doing. So he was like, and then I think after he was done explaining the instructions, I was looking around. I was like, what the hell? Why is no one doing what he's saying? I wasn't listening to what he's saying, but I think I was like, I was kind of listening, but I was half dead at the same time. And then no one was following his instructions. And he got angry. He was like, come on, guys, I gave you a game you can play. This is not a game. We were like hopping around like bunnies. I was like, what game is this? And so he re-explained it. I still didn't listen, but I think it scared some people, so they actually listened. And so I just like literally followed their instructions. But his gym class was stressful. I've never been so tired in my other gym classes ever.